If you're going to be accepting payments using the ChamaWP plugin, you're going to need to set up a Stripe account. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can go about setting that up. So let's dive right in. The first thing you're going to have to do is go over to stripe.com, and then I already have it loaded up on my browser here. So once you get there, just scroll to this section below and just click on the Start Now button. And what Stripe is going to do, it's going to prompt you to enter a few more details that it's going to need to set up your account. So the first thing I'm going to do is enter my email address. So let me enter that. And let's enter my name. Enter my password, and I'll leave the country as it is, and then just click on create account. And you will most likely need to validate your email later on, but Stripe will prompt you to do that. So let's just go ahead. Let's see. So the business name. So just enter the name of your business. Let me enter my business name. Let's call it Acme Inc. And for the website, let's put www.acme.com, and then click continue. All right, so how do you want to start? You can add the features later on if you need them. You can select this if you want, or just skip this for now. Let me just put in, let's say I'm going to accept non-recurring payments and recurring payments, and then just click continue. And you can just skip past this, just go to dashboard. Okay, so once you set this up, Stripe is going to automatically send up what is called a sandbox account. Now, sandbox account is basically where you can play around with Stripe and make test transactions, but using, let's say, fake credit card numbers. So you wouldn't have to use a real credit card with real money to make payments. So it gives you the ability to just make sure everything is working as it should before you go live with your account, your Stripe account. So that's already set up. But if you wanted to go live, you're most likely going to have to enter more details and validate your email. So like here, it automatically redirected me to the sandbox dashboard. If I wanted to go live, I can just click on the button you see right on the top right hand corner here, get your live account. Just click on that, and it's going to ask me to verify my email. Okay, so let's close that and just switch over to my email, and let's just right click and copy the link and switch back over to Stripe and paste that in, and then just click email change confirmed. It's going to redirect me to sandbox account, and let's see if it redirects me back to that's weird. It's still redirecting me to the sandbox account. Let's go live again. Okay, so it's now going to redirect me back to the onboarding. Okay, all right, so we've verified our email. Stripe now knows that we have an actual email account. It's going to prompt you to enter more details related to your business, your bank account, and two-factor authentication, and any other details that it requires. So let's go ahead and enter those details in. For the business type, you're most likely going to be an unregistered business owned by one person. So let me check that. Does your business have an employee identification number? In the US, that would be like kind of like the social security number for your company. I'll just leave that as a no for now, and then just click continue. May take a while here to load up. Okay. All right, legal name. Let's see. Let me just put in Ryan. Date of birth. Put in your address. Let's see. That phone number. Let's just use this one. And okay. So that should do it for the personal details. Okay. It's going to now prompt you for the business details. So business name, I'll leave that as it is. Industry. Let's see, what can we do for the business? Let's just use it as digital products, software as a service. You can choose whatever is more appropriate to your business. And then how much do you expect to process each year? Let's just say less than 100,000. I'll leave the business name as it is. For the product description, I sell WordPress products. Then just click continue. Okay, so you should be redirected back to the public details. So it's going to ask you for information that you may want to appear on receipts and invoices that will be sent out by Stripe. I'll leave the statement descriptor as it is. Shortened descriptor, let's see if we can choose anything. I would choose Acme. That works. You may be prompted to enter a phone number that can be displayed. It should match what is displayed on your website if you do have it. So that's if you want to show phone number on receipts and invoices, but I'm going to say no. Let's see if it accepts that. Let's continue. Nope, it's going to require my phone number, so let's enter the phone number. Okay, then click continue. Okay, so at this point it's going to ask you to enter your bank details depending on which location you are. So I'm based in the US, so it's going to show me a list of banks that are based in the US, and you can either go through the automatic process of logging into your bank account and then entering the details, or you can enter the bank details manually, where you can just enter in your routing number, account number. Of course, I'm not going to show you that, so I'm just going to pause this for a little bit and then enter the details, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I have set up my bank account and we're all done with it. So the next thing Stripe is going to prompt you to do is to do two-step authentication of your account. Now, there are different ways you can do that. You can use the passkey, which is usually available either from well, let's say if it's a Windows laptop, or if you're using a Mac, I think it does have like a passkey authentication process. You can use a security key. You can use authenticator app like, let's say, Google Authenticator or Authy, or you can use your SMS, your phone number, receiving a text message, which Stripe discourages. So you can use whatever is according to your preference. I'm going to use an authenticator app, so let me just click on this, and it's going to prompt me to scan this with my authenticator app using the QR code. So let me just do that right quick and add it in. So scanning that. Okay, and then just click on continue. And okay, so it's going to prompt you to ask you if you want to download the backup codes, and I can go ahead and do that if I want, and then just click I've saved my backup code, and then just click on done. All right, and then just click on continue. So we're all done. So the next thing it's going to ask you to do is if you want to automate tax collection. This is up to you. If you want to do that, you can do some research into what you need to do with regards to collecting tax. I'm just going to skip that for now. Climate contributions, I'm going to skip that. Just say no thanks. And then it's going to ask you to review your details and just click agree and submit. So you're more or less done. The onboarding is just about complete. And then it will switch you over to the live account, from sandbox to live account. Okay. So it will tell you that you're done, but I would caution you, especially if you're based in the US, but I think it happens all over, wherever you are, you're still going to have to make sure that you verify your identity, you verify your identity by using some form of identification, whether it's a driver's license or a state ID, a country ID. Otherwise, if you do not do that, you're still not going to be able to accept payments live. So just to make sure that your onboarding process is complete, make sure you go to this menu over here, the settings, click on settings, and then click on business, and then click on the account status tab. Now you notice that it has this notification here. It's basically saying you still need to perform a few more steps to verify your identity. Just make sure to go through the step-by-step wizard and make sure you submit whatever Stripe is requesting for. In terms of providing an ID, it may require you to take a picture, and then you'll complete the process. Once you do that, make sure this notification is no longer there, and that would mean that you're ready to start accepting payments. So even if I was to go, let's say if I was to go home, I think, yep, you will always see this notification right here at the top. Provide an ID number to process payments and receive payouts. If you do not do this, you won't be able to make any payments or receive payouts. All right, I'm not going to show you that. You should be able to do that on your own. I think that should be clear enough. Yeah, and that's it. You should be all set. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments section below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.